出口ですか？トイレはこちらです。ATM はそちらです。バス停はあちらです。吉田さんはどちらですか？
接下来我们来进行
But our favorite client is you. We'll make you feel right at home in our large, comfortable studios and welcoming lounge. And our relaxed and creative atmosphere will help to make your project exceptional. Please visit cityboxny.com or give us a call at 212-645-2228 for a no-obligation estimate. Let us be of service.
All right, my friends, welcome back into Anything Goes. I'm Lisa Avery. Thank you so much for your company today. I know you have a lot of choices of what you could be listening to and how you could be spending your time. And I do thank you for choosing this station and Anything Goes. And we welcome you to one of the very special programs we're proud to bring you that contain interviews with extraordinary musicians and performers. So let me introduce you to Jay Lenhart. If you're not familiar with Jay, well, first of all, we're going to change that. But secondly, no matter what your taste in music, there's a very good chance that you have heard Jay. Jay Lenhart has played his bass for most of the legendary singers and jazz musicians of our time, from Frank Sinatra to Sting, and James Taylor, Marion McPartland, Bill Charlap, Peggy Lee, Carly Simon, and even Bette Midler. Jay's been named the most valuable bassist in the recording world 3 times by the National Association of Recording Art and Sciences, and we're going to be spending some time with Jay Lenhart over the next few editions of Anything Goes. Jay also performs his own songs in concert halls and jazz clubs around the world, as well as his one-man show, The Bass Lesson. And you can also sometimes find Jay Lenhart doing a gig with me. I love playing with Jay, and you can find links to some of those performances on my performer's website, AveryEntertainment.com. And a short while ago, Jay dropped by for a hang.
Let me tell you something as we start the show. It's a little something I thought you should know. So I will tell you as we settle into place. It's impossible to sing and play the bass. Oh, you're a lovely group of people. You deserve the courtesy of knowing what you can expect of me. I've practiced. But it will not mean a thing, cause it's impossible to play the bass and sing, sing, sing. You see, the bass is fretless. It's not like a guitar. On bass you spend your whole life wondering where the hell you are. It's got no little markers, just the fingerboard so bare, and lots of notes which often are not there. Then when you start singing, you've got lyrics on your mind, and the notes on bass become impossible to find. To remember lyrics, melodies, bass lines, and chords is no less a miracle than Lord's. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's a little Baltimore Catholic. I don't expect anybody to get it, but people in Baltimore are roaring right now.
Good to know.
So as they make 1,000 errors, sit there and be kind. Do not throw tomatoes at me, keep this all in mind. Remember this is serious, remember this is art. Remember this or I will fall apart. Then I'd have to pray to God to come and intercede. And he'd only sit and laugh. And she'd only sit and laugh at my wanton greed. She made the rules for molecules, atoms, time, and space. And she knows it's impossible to sing and play the bass. Thank you. I thank you.
You've been doing the impossible for an awful lot of years, Jay Lenhart.
Mastering the impossible, yes.
Now, since you've completely turned me topsy-turvy and done a song that I thought we'd do at the end.
Great way to start.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you, I asked you before, you have more than one bass.
Yes.
right? And what's the difference between them?
Well, one is very, 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 very good, and the other is just very, very good.
Okay.
And this one is the very, 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 very good one. And the very good one sits home and waits for attention. And I play it as often as I can. This is an Italian instrument made obviously in Italy. Back when they made it, oh boy, what a lead into the next song. This bass was made in Italy, but it was made for the Gibson factory here in the United States. They wanted to put out real high quality basses in around 1930, so they had an Italian bass maker make it out of the oldest wood he could find, and la-da-da, and it's a beautiful, beautiful instrument. My other instrument was made by the Juzak company in Czechoslovakia, and they machine made it, but it's a lovely wooden instrument. It plays beautifully. It's just as nice as it can be, but it doesn't have the depth and quality that this one has, so that's why now I segue into the bass. This instrument is its design. I'll have you know.
That was my next question.
Oh, that was nice.
Explain it. Even though it's going to be difficult for the people on the radio, we're going to try to explain some of the configurations of the bass, because you've got that big black knob in there.
Well, the big black knob and everything else. The bass violin is just a huge violin standing on its end, standing up straight, and obviously it's tuned very low. A violin is, except in fifths, so it's around that range. But it's tuned very low, and this instrument was first designed. It came into being around 1550 when an instrument of this particular design and proportion came into being. In 1550, a man named Gasparo di Salo decided he was going to build this instrument. Like in Italy of old, when men were brave and bold, and Columbus had just sailed across the seas, when ladies from Bologna and gentlemen from Verona placed lutes and mandolins across their knees. They had lots of lutes and lyres. They didn't use amplifiers, for this was indeed a civil age. Violins and cellos were played by maids and fellows, and composers like Vivaldi were the rage. Now, Vivaldi wasn't really born then, but I throw him in because it fits very nicely. Composers like Vivaldi were the rage. The guys who were actually alive that all had such long names they wouldn't fit into songs. Pierluigi de Palestrina and things like that. It's just too long. Composers like Vivaldi were the rage. The year was 1550, and orchestras were nifty, and violinists dearly loved to blow notes. But the ladies and their fellows on their violins and cellos found they really couldn't get those low notes. So one Gasparo di Salo did his intuition follow, and set out to build a giant violin. The concept was outrageous, and nonetheless contagious. And so inspired, he did begin. 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 He whittled and he glued. He boiled and he brewed. He varnished, chipped, chiseled, bent, and treated. He worked with great endeavor and get discouraged never, until one day he found the task completed. One day he was through and he brought it out to view. A violin like none had seen before. Its tone was rich and deep, right down where the fishies sleep, and oh, the depth it added to the score. People looked at it in awe. They wondered what they saw, and they thought poor Gasparo had lost his mind. The man could not be serious, the man must be delirious. He started to unwind. Oh, Gasparo faced the facts, no one's going to play that axe. It's too clumsy, it's too big. It's too heavy, it's too large. You're going to need a barge to get it to the gig. And while its sound is quite profound, just to lug the thing around has got to be a nightmare in logistics. The only willing players will be drunken dragon slayers, gladiators, speculators, and sadistics. Then the local folks started making up those jokes, those bass jokes. Do-do-do. Hey, buddy, got a match? Something match. I forgot this part. Do-do-do-do-do-do. But Gasparo was no faker, but a real fine violin maker. He was no fraud or public menace. So he just kept on smiling as he watched his giant violin soon become the rage of Rome and Venice. Do, 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 And here we are today, many centuries away, and Gasparo's bass violin has made it through. You can pluck or you can bow notes, but you gotta have those low notes. Thanks to Gasparo, we do. Gasparo de Salo, here's to you. Gasparo de Salo, I thank you. I just want you to know the reason I forgot that lyric was because it's such a good reason I want to include it in. It's because I've never done this song in tempo before. I've always done it out of tempo. And I was so I've never done it in tempo, but I started, I said, I'll stay in tempo. It wouldn't feel good to stop the tempo, so I kept the tempo. And by the end of it, I was having such a good time. I was thinking about the tempo. Yeah, this song really forgot the lyrics.
It's impossible to sing and play the bass.
You're tuned into Anything Goes on this terrific radio station. I'm Lise Avery. We're talking to jazz great Jay Lenhart, and I hope you can stay with us as we continue. But you can get linked to Jay and get lots more information about his CDs, his live performances, and projects at jaylenhart.com, or you can always get linked at anythinggoesradio.com. And here's some more from Jay Lenhart.
You began playing professionally when you were like a tyke.
A tyke, 9 years old, 8, 9 years old. I started playing banjo with my brother, and we had more fun in Baltimore playing in shows, and we played in a dance band called the Rivers Chambers Orchestra that was so much like the Jimmy Lunsford Orchestra, except there was 2 little white kids up front playing banjo, you know. And it was the funniest looking thing. I've had pictures of it. And I learned every song. I learned so many songs just sitting up there playing banjo at 9 years old with these guys.
The orchestra was all black?
被这一代以安禄山十四名
because of recovery work, and that's why we can see them there now. 过去台湾有许多地方灵活。
Very few guys grew up and made a living playing banjo. And something in me said, I want to play an instrument that the adults play. There was Eddie Peabody and a few others, but other than that, really what happened was one night my brother and I found out how people felt about the banjo. One night we were coming home from work and we stopped and put the banjos in the trunk and went in to have a little bite to eat. My brother was driving, I was very young. Came back and somebody had broken into the car and now there were 3 banjos in the trunk.
Oh, man. Oh, I just got caught by a musician's joke, and I should have known better. But you guys were really successful with your little two of you and your brother.
We did. We were on Arthur Godfrey. We traveled around the country. We had a good time, but I just didn't want to play banjo the rest of my life. I didn't want to play second banjo the rest of my life. I wanted to play first bass.
It's pretty amazing to leave a winning team at 13. That was pretty good.
Well, but I knew what I wanted. I wanted to be on my own.
Yeah.
You know?
I got it. So you began playing the bass at around 14 years old?
Right, that's only 50 years ago.
You didn't take to reading music initially.
Right, I didn't. I learned when I read when I finally got to. I played for the first. Well, no, I didn't play that long. 5 years I didn't read music. Then when I got to be about 19 or 20, I went to Berklee School of Music. I started reading music.
So you didn't actually read music until you hit Berklee?
Right.
Wow.
And then I quickly studied very hard and practiced the books and really did nothing but practice for about 4 years. And that's very important. Every musician likes to have a period like that where they just stop doing everything when you can afford to stop doing everything and just practice, you know.
Right.
And play and dedicate yourself to it. And then the rest of your life you try to keep trying to practice, keep trying to learn. I asked my father when I was about 13 or 12 or something. I was taking piano when I started. I was really very young. I was about 6 years old. I started taking piano. My father sat down at the piano with me to show me how to read music. And in 2 seconds, he got so angry at me because I didn't get it. I didn't get it right away. I didn't learn to read for another 13, 15 years because I simply didn't get it.
After you were at school, you went on the road with band leader Buddy Morrow.
Buddy Morrow, you never heard of him? Look at that look.
No, I looked him up, though.
He had a lot of his Night Train was his big hit.
Okay.
And Buddy, that was his big hit. But it was tough. And I wasn't very proud of it, really. I didn't brag about it. Like I said, well, when I was with Woody's band, or when I was with Count Basie, or when I was with Duke. But I never said, when I was with Buddy, I never brought that up until recently. I heard a record of the band at that point, and they were really very good. And suddenly my own estimation of what I had done during those years went up about 2,000%, because that really was a good band.
Wow. Mr. Jay Lenhart, a delightful and extremely talented guy, and next week we'll hear some more from Jay, including stories about Milt Hinton and Tony Bennett. If you'd like to learn more about Jay or buy some of his CDs or check out Jay's DVD of his one-man show, The Bass Lesson, you can check out his website at jlenhart.com or just stop by anythinggoesradio.com and we'll link you up. On the other side of this break, well, we're going to start to kick up our heels and get rowdy with the jump boogie portion of Anything Goes, and we've got some more from Woody Herman for you, as well as something really fabulous from Mel Blanc. We still have lots to do, so stay close. I'm Lisa Avery, and I'll meet you on the other side with more.
So, what can you tell me about the recent referendums?
Well, my friend, there's about 10 referendums this year.
冷静，你遇到的是外国人，不是外星人。Cast 从新闻。我知道爸爸和妈妈是在车。
不曾忘记。
It's been 7 full moons, you've been out on the move. I'm so happy that you're back again. Got my makeup all done, and I did it for you. Can't believe that this is happening. Yeah. Then you grab me by the waist and pull me in closer. I've been missing feeling this type of way. You set me free like a swan in the ocean, and you lighten up a spark in my brain. You make me. Don't you know that you got me messed up? 'Cause it's 4 in the morning. You make me all alone and you got me turned up. 'Cause it's 4 in the morning. We got all night. 2 shots of Hennessy, 2 more, no escape. I'm stuck in the rain. Keep pouring, keep rocking. Baby, it's been 2 months since we kicked it up fine. Baby, it's been so long, and you wonder if I needed you in the way that you needed me. Tell me does the river flow? I'm soaking. You make me. Don't you know that you got me messed up? 'Cause it's 4 in the morning. 4 in the morning, yeah. All alone and you got me turned up. 'Cause it's 4 in the morning. We got all night. No, there's no stopping. Honey, if you only knew what is going on inside my body. Yeah, all night. No, there's no stopping. It's the little things you do got me going crazy when we get in touch. There be no stopping. You and me together. No, there's no stopping. Baby, tell me, do you even know? Do you know? Been out here on my own so long I nearly died. Then you kiss me back to life. Ooh, so yeah.
地雷手哦。注意喽。
Oh, Caledonia. You look so sweet tonight, Caledonia. Talk to me. Tell me everything. Tell me all, Caledonia. Caledonia, Caledonia. What makes your big head so hard?
Ooh, a couple of cuts from Woody Herman and his orchestra, featuring Woody on the clarinet and alto sax, and that was Woody on the vocals, too, that cut of Caledonia. And that arrangement was put together by Ralph Burns, who also played the piano on those 2 cuts, and Neil Heft generation as the song for the 1960s TV series Batman, starring Adam West. Herman, too. And before Caledonia, we heard a Woody Herman composition that really swings called Apple Honey. And you're tuned into a swinging radio program that I call Anything Goes on this terrific radio station. Yeah, we're a mix of jazz, standards, classic pop. I'm Lise Avery, and we always finish up Anything Goes with a romp in the fast lane called the Jump Boogie Set, and we'll be right back to say tootsie goodbye, as only Mel Blanc can do it. Just after these quick words.
打开 Radio 最享受，锁定
Oh, sad.
说夏天最害怕的 my sweaters, lethal dose of cartoons. Hot in my showers, oversized sweaters, lethal dose of cartoons. Let's take it slow. If you would ask, just say the word, darling. You know I would give you my world. I would stay here with you. It could just be us two, and I'll stay forever true. Before I go, I just want you to know, just in case you were thinking of me, that wherever I'll be flying, I'll be thinking of you, darling, and I'll find my way back home soon. Just one last thing. Oh, I don't mean to cling, but I had to steal 1 second more, and then maybe another one for the road. Add another feather, flying. Oh, I'm flying. Baby, I'm flying. I'm flying back home. Now, passing on feeling blue. I'm afraid I might fall off. I've lost all control. Never thought we'd be this high up. Just home rock down with my 2 feet on the clouds. How many lives can we keep so far? Going too fast, let me catch my breath, catch my breath. Oh, round and round we go, round and round we go, round and round we go, driving a rainbow road, round and round we go, round and round we go, round and round we go, driving a too fast, let me catch my breath, catch my breath. Oh, round and round we go, round and round we go, round and round we go, driving a rainbow, round and round we go, round and round.
I like radio 中广流行网，北台湾、南台湾、澎湖 FM 1。
精灵，来，痛汉斗我天，专心专。
现在时间晚上10点。
Since its own has announced that starting on April 19th, this Sunday, pharmacies will not be selling masks on Sundays. Sun says this is in light of the low number of new cases and makes an opportunity for affected pharmacies and health centers to take a much-needed day of rest. That's the ICRT Taiwan Coronavirus Update. I'm Eric Gao. From groove to smooth.
Oh, let's get jiggy with it. Jiggy with our Sunday evening. Hey, yo, turn on Possibly Now, where we bring you the best. Good stuff to get you in the vibe for some relaxation.
Sit back and be transported to a new world.
Get a taste of the culture, your window into the finer things in life. And now, shut up and listen.
在收听的是袁咏琪。